Yo YouTube, it's Burgerstar here. It's time to get into another build, but today it's for the Hunter. We're going to be showing you how to turn your Hunter into a Warlock. Sounds pretty OP, right? I know. Very, very OP. Invisibility plus Devour. Get right into it. Right, step one, guys. Start off with stats. I recommend using 100 mobility always on a Hunter, then focusing on the recov and the discipline to get your health and grenade back. Moving on to step two, subclass setup. Starting off with the super, we're generally going to use Mobius Quiver. Feel like Deadfall's very, very situational. We use Gambler's Dodge to get our smoke grenade back for going invis, and then we'd use the Vortex grenade. Next, aspects. First, I like to run Stylish Executioner. This allows me to go invisible by defeating a weakened, suppressed, or a volatile target. Second would be the Trapper's Ambush. This allows us to activate Quick Fall, which spends our melee, but also makes our allies invisible as you hit the ground. While also doing this, it's going to weaken your enemies, so it's going to pair really, really well with our other aspects, Stylish Executioner. So moving on to the fragments. What you're going to want to run is Echo of Persistence, and basically what that does is void buffs that get applied to us, such as like Invis, Overshield, Devour, they all have an increased duration. Next, Echo of Expulsion. This basically gives you the ability to explode targets when you use a void ability on them. So if you throw a grenade, your targets are going to explode. I personally just loving this one because we pair it with elemental well mods, but you could look at using one of the other ones based on how you like to play. For the final fragment, which is by turning your Hunter into a Warlock, is Echo of Starvation. Picking up an orb of power grants Devour. Now, first of all, being able to have Devour on a Hunter is crazy enough, but pairing it with the fragment Echo of Persistence means that all void buffs such as Invis, Devour have an increased duration, means we can have up to 15 seconds of Devour. Yep, I know, it's busted. Right, let's start talking about what mods we like to run in this build. So the first two mods you're going to want to have are on the helmet. And one is called Harmonic Siphon, which means rapid final blows with your weapon that has a damage matching your subclass element will create an orb of power. The second would be Kinetic Siphon, which rapid kinetic final blows also create an orb of power. So all these orbs of power that you are creating can proc Devour. I know, it's nuts. Stay with me though. Stay with me, don't get too excited. We need to go through the rest. Then I like to run my helmet as a void element, so I like to throw on Well of Tenacity there, which basically means that we take reduced damage from targets when we pick up a void elemental well. On the arms, I like to run a stasis arms, and I like to throw on melee kickstart, which is a stasis mod. When I use my melee plus my smoke ability, I gain melee energy. And then I've currently been using elemental armaments for the last slot. This basically means weapon final blows with a weapon matching my subclass spawns an elemental well. Moving on, chest piece. I like to run this on void. Just standard resist mods, plus I like to run Reaping Well Maker, which creates a void elemental well on my next kill after using my class ability, aka my dodge. As a hunter, you're always going to be using your dodge. We're going to be getting to one of the most important parts of the build, your boots. We are running the Star Eater scales. We're running this because we are not running any charge with light mods. If I have my super, I'm unable to proc Devour from picking up orbs because I've got my super. So we're using the Star Eater scales, which have a perk called Feast of Light. Now, Feast of Light allows you to gain additional super energy from orbs of power while you have your super. So this is allowing us to pick up the orbs, which will proc Devour, but will also charge your super, which causes you to get a burst of healing and extra super damage, which is just a bonus to Devour because you're getting that procced. It's just an all-around great exotic to have on. To proc Devour, have extra super damage, burst of healing. It's kind of a win-win-win-win-win-win-win. Mods I like to use for this one, just a standard stat mod, plus the recuperation mod, the artifact mod, volatile flow. This gives you volatile rounds after picking up a void elemental well. These volatile rounds also pair really, really well with the aspect Stylish Executioner because they make us invisible when we kill the volatile targets. Last but not least, the class item. I was lucky enough, guys, last season to go farm out some artifact armor, so this allows me to use the stasis cloak, so I have the ability to have the extra mod slot. I like to run the utility kickstart mod. This gives us class ability energy back when using my class ability. Then I like to throw on elemental ordnance, which also creates even more wells. The final mod, kind of a really important mod to use while running this build, one of the artifact mods called Devouring Depths. When you're casting your void super while you're critically wounded or benefiting from Devour, yep, you heard it, Devour, it will increase the damage of the super. You're going to be obviously always having Devour on the Hunter because you get 15 seconds, you're getting orbs created constantly, plus your teammates' orbs if you're running a team, so you're going to always have Devour going. And there you have it, guys. I just turned your hunters into a warlock. That pretty much covers the whole build, guys. I hope you like it as much as I do. I'll drop the dim loadout link in the description below. Devour just got a massive bust this season, in my opinion, and I'm loving playing hunter more and more and more. Make sure you like that video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next one.